All right, guys. Hey, welcome to Trucker Safety Diva. I have Larry. He's going to be my guide tonight, help me out doing all the comments and all the questions so that I can just focus on the show.
And I apologize now because I know I'm going to screw up.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will.
See, he's my little sidekick. I had to give him a quick crash course on how to do all this. So.
And I crashed.
And he crashed course. Don't forget, you guys can listen, and Larry will put them up on this below. We have a couple special guests that are going to be joining us. First, I got to bring my co-host on. So let's Brooke and Angela on here. There's Brooke.
Hey,
there's
how
Angela.
are you?
Can you guys hear me?
How are you?
Good. You guys hear me? Okay.
It's coming through kind of pixelated on my end.
Oh crap. Let's see.
It's coming out pretty pixelated too.
Okay.
How about now? Oh, now you can't hear it all?
Okay. Larry.
I gotta go back. Yes.
Okay. Camera and audio. We're doing
This one?
and then go to camera. And we'll switch cameras. Go down. Go down. The top one. Okay, now you have to turn it towards me.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Well,
That's no good. That's
okay.
no Buddha.
All right, we're getting this figured out, hopefully. Is that better? Okay. All right, we were trying to stream through my phone, but I guess my phone wasn't doing very good. This is all a learning process. All right, Jana said we're breaking up.
Still?
Okay.
But we just changed it.
We changed it, yeah. Okay, so hopefully we got this going.
How's that broken, Angela? Is that better?
Hello, Larry.
Hello.
Brooke, is it better reception?
I don't know. It might be on my end. You want me to come out and try and come back in?
Seems good now, Chris said.
Okay, Chris says, yeah, if you want to. Everybody's saying it
I'll
looks
come
good
back
now.
in because it's like I can't hardly hear anything you're saying. It's all
Okay.
like pixelated.
We'll wait for you.
Let me see what I can do. I'll come back on. I'll go out and come right back in.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry, guys, we always have technical issues. We're learning all this. All right. I gotta get all my notes. I have lots and lots of notes. All right.
I'm sure they do also. Of course.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Yes.
I am slowly today. I'm not sure if that or today's actually.
Okay, now you're pixelated. I don't know what happened. I know Tanya says it's breaking up. Oh no. Brooke, are you being able to, is it still pixelated?
It's not fully clear for sure.
Well,
it's a
you
little
are.
pixelated here and there.
You are super clear now.
Okay, try again, Ange. Let me hear you talk, Ange.
Can you hear me now?
Anytime you talk, it's pixelated. I can hear Larry a little bit better, but what about you, Angie? Can you hear everybody?
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
See, yeah, I don't know.
And Angela, you're pixelated with us on this end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we're working out the kinks here.
Okay, gotta work out the kinks.
That's all right. We got to work it out. It's all good.
It's because we're all so kinky.
True.
Tanya's okay, so they can see us all clearly. Are you okay? Can somebody let me know if you guys are having a hard time hearing you?
Hey, let me tell you too. So when Ange just went out, now keep talking to me for just a sec because I can hear you clear.
We
Hello?
can hear you very
I
good.
can hear you clear. So maybe
Everything
it's
is-
Ange.
So I'm wondering if it was just a connection issue. So let's bring her back in and see if it does it again.
Okay. All right, Ange, we're bringing you in.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's you that's pixelated. I don't know what's wrong.
Hey, you're breaking up on our end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like keeps freezing.
Okay. All right. Let me make some changes and help back. You guys go ahead and start, okay?
All right. Sorry, sweetie.
Okay. We'll see you in a minute.
All right. Okay, so just two of us. All right, we're back. Sorry,
I can hear
guys.
you perfect now. So I think we're just having a connection issue.
All right. So tonight's show, I'm gonna let you in the mouse and you can do all the comments and all that.
Okay.
So tonight's on the show, and we're gonna be. I gotta get my notes. And your candy bars are on my notes.
Oh, my candy bar.
Right? I know.
Okay.
What do I have today? She squared me away.
Woo!
All right. So today we're hopefully, if we can get Angie back, we're gonna be talking to her boyfriend Steve, to kind of get the idea of what it's like for for Steve to be at home and for Angela to be on the road, and some of his concerns and all that he might have.
All right, let's try it again.
We're gonna try it again with Angie. Hold on.
If I can find the cursor. There it is.
Hello.
Oh, is that any better?
Yes, it's a little better.
A little better.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll blame the iPhone today, okay?
Okay.
All right, how is everybody today?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful.
Good. So
Brooke, I know you were running around like. Sorry, I say Brooke, I knew you were running around like crazy.
We're cutting each other off.
Crazy. That's never ending. How about you, Ange? What are you doing?
I'm actually doing a little bit better today. I was answering Andrew's question from earlier about how I was feeling, and I am starting to feel better. A lot of ibuprofen, some exercises, chiropractor, but today was really good. I had minimal pain and issues today, so I am crossing my fingers and saying a prayer that it'll keep getting better.
Good.
Yeah.
I know. I fell yesterday too, and I got to thinking about it. I'm like, great, we're both going to be sore and broken on our cruise.
That's not going to stop us, okay?
No. Oh gosh. Okay, so we've got another guest, so we're going to throw another person in here. I'm trying to get myself centered here. Her name is Bobby, and she is a stay-at-home wife to her husband Ron, who's a trucker. And so as soon as I can find my questions, I think this is hers, because I got questions for Angela and I got questions for her. Oh my goodness, my questions are just all over the place. There we go. Okay, got my questions.
Hello, Bobby.
Hey Bobby, nice
Hi.
to see you. Thank you
Oh,
for
Bobby.
joining us.
It's good to be here.
Sorry. Trying to center you for.
Yeah, kind of like the way you had it before. Okay, so we had some questions because we were trying to highlight what it's like to be the one that's at home while your trucker's on the road. And so I was just gonna ask, how did you and your husband Ron meet?
We met on a construction site.
Oh, okay.
I was safety and for the general contractor, and he was in sprinkler fitting.
Okay. And then, so I know that you had said that you're originally in construction. How did you guys get into the trucking industry? And you guys are owner ops, is that right?
No, we're under lease with another company.
Oh, okay.
And
So
our family is all spread out across the United States. I have two sons, he has four. We have lots of family spread out, and we noticed while we're traveling around all these haulers. And so Ron started talking to them, and I started doing research about it, and next thing you know, we had prayed about it, and we found a truck, and we started hauling.
So was it hard for you guys? Were you guys on the road for like long periods of time, or were you guys home on the weekends when you started?
When we started, we were just out there constantly, for like the first 3 months, learning the ropes. And we were hired by the same company, because I was going to do drive away, and he was going to do hauling. And they said I had to ride with him for 4 times. Then it was 6 times. Then it was 8 times. So 3 months later, I'm still riding with him, and I don't get to drive. So I'm like, I'm ready to go home.
I don't blame you. It's hard being out here, I think. Especially, I think, yeah, you don't get the creature comforts of home.
No, but I mean, it was, we've traveled all our marriage. because we used to, when we were in construction, we traveled. And so I stayed in the hotels. And then I started doing crafts, sewing, and teaching English online while doing it, sitting in the hotels all day while he was at work. And because I quit my job to travel with him on his job. And then, that was a lot easier doing everything in a hotel than it is being in the truck all the time.
Oh, yes. Brooke, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask before I ask another one?
No, I'm just fascinated by her story. I'm just enjoying listening to her story. I was way excited about the industry, the part of the industry that they're doing right now. So I'm just excited to hear what she's doing.
I know. So I was going to mention, I know that you stay at home and you do online teaching. And we got a lot of feedback right now. Sorry about that. But I know that you also help your husband out a lot when he's on the road. Can you kind of tell us exactly how you help your husband?
I track all the paperwork. I have a spreadsheet. I track all the paperwork. And sometimes when he's driving, he can't, book hotels. He's not sure where he's going to be that night. And so I've got a Winham app, and I've also got a 360 app. So I can actually see where he's at. And we can talk about what towns he thinks he wants to stop at. And I can see if there's any hotels there. Sometimes it's like, you need to stop earlier or you're going to have to stop later. Because sometimes I can't find him a place. He's just going to have to keep going.
We went through that last night. We had to park on an on-ramp because we couldn't find any open hotels or any truck stops that had opening. So we just slept on an on-ramp. We know that.
Yeah, that's not very fun.
No. And we were just talking last week about Live 360. So it's pretty cool that you use that because we were encouraging everybody to definitely look into getting Live 360 because it's nice because you know where your trucker's at all times should something happen or an emergency comes up.
Right. And we tried 3 or 4 different apps, but we seem to like the 360 the best.
Yeah. We're going to be working on a show to highlight some of those apps that we think are crucial to people in the truck driving industry. So what is the hardest part for you being away from Ron when he's on the road?
I have to do everything by myself.
Right.
I hear you.
I have to do the inside stuff and the outside stuff. And so that makes it difficult. But one of the fun things is when I have grandkids on the 360 app, it has our pictures, and they can look at that and they're like, there's Papa, there's Papa. Driving.
Oh, that's cute. I never even thought about that. That's a great idea because we had our kids download the Live 360 app too, so they could always get a hold of us. But yeah, that's cute. I never really thought about that.
Yeah, and they think, like when the map goes like this, they're like, oh, he's going up a hill. Well, no, it's a road. But
yeah.
Right.
They're like, oh, he's going across a mountain or he's going downhill. But they can't really tell.
Oh, okay, that's cute. Oh, what do you think? What do you think's the hardest part for Ron being away from you when he's on the road? Do you think
he doesn't cook, and so he is at the mercy of whatever he can find to eat?
And that's so bad.
And last year that was hard.
Yeah.
That is very hard.
Oh, Angela, did you have any questions for Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby, I want to know, none of us are perfect. So what do you do when you and Ron get in an argument?
There we go.
We try not to argue, but when we do, we just usually we pray about it and try to resolve. Maybe take some time apart and come together and work on what I thought I heard him say, what he thought he heard me say, and once we can open that line of communication, then it's easier to work with it. But as long as I'm misunderstanding him or he's misunderstanding me, we can't communicate. So we have to back up. And we were friends before we got married, and so we kind of have to revert back to friendship so that we can come together as husband and wife.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's the hardest part when you're having to communicate with someone who's so far away, especially if you are into texting, because texting is so easy to misinterpret what they're trying to say or the emotion behind it. You can be like, why did you just snap at me? And they're like, I didn't. I was just texting you. I think it's so hard because there's no emotion behind the text. I know when I was a stay-at-home wife and Larry was on the road, I think that was the biggest thing. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? He's like, I'm not.
Exactly. And sometimes, I'm at home and I have my headset on and I'm doing stuff and he's driving and I don't know what he's dealing with on the road. So sometimes he gets real quiet and it's like, are you even listening to me? And he's like, I'm like dealing with all this traffic and weather and wind. And I'm just dealing with stuff.
Yes. Yeah. That would be the hardest part. So I was going to say, do you find yourself really handy around the house since he's not there to kind of help you out all the time?
Yes. But I have a son that lives nearby, so, I can call him to come and help me if I get really stuck in something. But right now, YouTube videos.
I hear you. I hear you. That's so true.
Nowadays.
I think. Sorry, I'm like losing my place here. Oh, what advice do you have for? We have one of the things I've been noticing a lot of the truckers group is that we have a lot of people who are contemplating coming out on the road. So what do you have advice maybe for a new trucker's wife who's just stepped into this role? Maybe some advice on how to, keep your relationship going because it's hard when you're not together that often.
Go out on the road with them once in a while.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. If you can find a way, like we don't have kids at home now, so if I can get a chance to go ride with him on a short route, I'd like to do that. If he's going to be going to California to see the kids, he's got a load going out there, I can ride along and see them too. So get out there so you know what they're dealing with.
That is so true. Brooke, did you have anything? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, sorry. Hey, my thought is just basically the same thing that she just said. Sorry, bear with me. I'm having technical difficulties.
That's like my middle name tonight.
Right? Basically the same thing is, if you have to be apart, finding that time to either go out on the truck or him come home or whatever, I think is, you got to make that time to get together.
Yep. All right. I think that was all my questions I had. Oh, no. So, okay, I know. How do you guys keep the lines of communication open? Do you prefer to video chat? Do you prefer talking on the phone? Do you prefer texting? Because, nowadays it's so nice with technology. There's so many different ways for you guys to stay in touch. Is there a method that you guys prefer?
For me and Ron, it's phone calls during the day when he's at his busiest. And then at night, once he gets settled in, then we can go to video calls or, and in between we're texting. We're constantly in touch all day long, and I'm letting him know what's going on at home and he's letting me know what's going on out in the road. And he's got a little network of guys that they all keep in communication with each other. So there's times when I'll be talking to him and then he's like, oh, so-and-so's calling, I gotta go. I'm like, okay.
Do you find that you have a pretty good support system, like between your family and your kids and stuff? Because, it can be tough to be at home and alone. And I know you said you had a son that lives close to you, so if you have stuff that needs to be done, he can help you. But do you have a pretty good support system with your family and everything?
Yeah, I think so. They just need patience for when he's home.
Yeah.
It changes the dynamics for them because they have my attention all the time and they get used to that. And then when he's home, they're like, well, when's he leaving? And I'm like, I want time with him.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, what is, like, when he comes home, is there, like, one thing that you love to do the most together?
Just hang out. Just being together. That's the time we get to put our phones down and it's just me and him and we get to just hang out and talk and just be ourselves together. in the same room.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is there like a favorite? I know when like Larry was on the road, he always had like a favorite meal he'd want me to cook when he got home. Does he have like a favorite thing? He's like, babe, you gotta cook it when I get home.
No, because he eats anything and loves everything. So I get to cook whatever I want, and if I want to experiment, I can, because he'll eat it.
Yeah, my guys.
Mine was your lasagna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love lasagna.
He's a foodie. He'll eat pretty much anything except for what? Hot tuna.
Hot tuna and coconut.
He hates coconut.
Oh, Larry, I knew it.
Angela said she knew it. Well, Brooke and Angela, do you guys have any more questions for Bobby?
No,
I
I'm
don't.
just excited to get to know her.
Bobby, do you have any questions for them?
Do you have advice? You guys are out there on the road. Do you have? I mean, I was out there for a short period of time, but what can I do to make it better for him?
Well, that's a good question.
That's
What
a
do you
great
hate
question.
the most?
Very good question.
I'll go first. I think that it is so important that I spent about a year at home, year and a half after an accident, and it was really hard because I would get caught up in my own stuff at home, the stuff I was dealing with medically or whatever, and I didn't think about the stress he was dealing with on the road. And you guys kind of touched on that, and I think that that is so important. I think that, you know, making sure that we understand each other's lifestyle, because you are at that point in two different lifestyles. When he's out on the road, that's a whole different ballgame. And I think that the fact that you guys keep that in mind is huge. I think that's such a great thing.
And I think going out there with him in the beginning really made the big difference. I mean, we had traveled together before, but this is a whole different ballgame. You're in the same vehicle for so many hours at a time. You know, I mean, I'm looking at the speedometer, at the mileage, and I'm like, in 100 miles, we get to stop for bathroom breaks.
Oh,
he
yeah.
doesn't make those stops by himself. So, you know, it's different when I travel with him.
Well, I think that was so smart too, because being a trucker's wife and going out there to truly understand what they go through. Like my girlfriend Lisa, her husband was an over-the-road truck driver, and she would do that 2 weeks out of the year. She would go 1 week in the spring, 1 week in the fall, just so that she could truly understand what it was out there on the road. Because, you know, it's so hard when you're on the road to try to, you know, convey what you're dealing with, and, you know, dealing with your shipping and receivers and dispatchers and all the stuff that goes with it. So yeah, I think that was so smart of you, because then you could get a better idea of what he deals with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. It's really important to remember that
There's a question for Bobby.
if they snap at you, you don't know what's going on in that moment. They could have just been cut off. They could have had a customer that was a pain in the neck. You know, give him a minute. Let him chill out. He'll get back to you, because it's not always you. It's the situation going on around him. So give him that grace, and give him a chance to chill out from the moment. He'll come back and recognize, hey, wait a minute, that wasn't up to you.
That's very good. Thank you.
Hey Bobby, we had a question from one of our listeners one of our viewers. They wanted to know how you heard about Trucker Safety Divas, how you joined the group.
Towaway couple.
Awesome.
Couple mentioned you guys, and so I checked you out. I checked it out, the Facebook group, and because whenever he hears about something like that, and he'll be like, you know, what do you think of this? And I said, well, I'll check it out first, and then I'll let you know whether or not you need to join.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, it was Towaway couple.
That's all. And I apologize when Larry put that question up and didn't tell me who it was, but it was Ron that asked that question, so I apologize. I'm not running the controls tonight, so it's like hard for me to see everything.
Here's another question.
tips for the ladies unable to go out? Does that mean like, oh, okay, do you have any tips for like the truckers' wives who maybe don't have, like probably the ones that are at home with small children and don't have the ability to really go out and socialize? Do you have any maybe tips for them?
Oh, that's a tough one. Because if, in the summer, if at all possible, even if it's just a weekend, I think they need to get out there and see what their husbands are dealing with. They need to find a way to get out there. I mean, even if they have small children, if they have a grandparent that's willing to watch them for a weekend, I think it's very important to live your husband's life so you know what he's dealing with. Because when he comes home, he knows what you're dealing with. He can't go back out on the road.
You know what I was going to say, and I'm sure, Brooke and Angela probably agree with me. We have a lot of truckers' wives that are at home with the small little ones trying to deal with taking care of the kids and taking them to school and the doctor's appointments. I mean, that's a lot of hard work, have everything that they have to deal with. I think the most important thing is hopefully, and I'm praying, they have good family support or good friend support, because I think the most important thing is you need to get out of the house and have some you time, whether that's with your girlfriends, whether that's going to see your family or whatever. So I hope that if you are a trucker's wife at home with young kids or grandkids, that you're remembering to take care of yourself and remembering to make time for yourself. Because I think as women in general, that's a hard thing for us to do, but I think especially as a trucker's wife, I think it's even harder.
Oh yeah, because you feel like a single parent doing everything by yourself. So yeah, very important.
Yep.
Get help.
Yeah, me time is critical. We had a comment from Dawn, and she said truckers' wives need a great support system at all times, which is so true.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby, I thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time. I'm actually really glad I got a chance to talk with you today, because I loved your story. I love how you met Ron, and we have very similar lives, because Larry and I, we're a blended family too, and we got together later in life, and so we have very similar lives, and we have grandkids, and so
And you like
it was
the
nice.
crowd.
Yes, I was just telling Bobby before the show that I just bought yarn, and I'm kind of procrastinating. I'm getting ready to start a blanket for my new grandbaby that's coming, so I got to get to hurrying.
TBD.
Yeah. We're calling new grandbaby TBD because it's to be determined. She doesn't have a name for him yet. Well, Bobby, I thank you so much. Please stay in touch with me. I really would like to stay in touch with you. And thank you for being a part of Trucker Safety Divas. We really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Thanks, Bobby.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Andre. Thank you. All right. Can you ladies hear me okay?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Larry's having way too much fun playing with this. This actually works out really
Right?
nice, because I don't have to do anything but just sit here and talk to you ladies.
Right? I love it.
Except I can't seem to get myself centered. There we go. That's better.
I'm trying to contact the alcohol staff that's behind me.
Oh, yeah, mine's on top of my
I've been
fridge.
Looks like the top of our refrigerator.
Right?
Oh my God, Angela, this is the first time I'm noticing you got our shirt on.
Woohoo!
I am blind.
Thank you.
There you guys are Twinkies.
And
And
the
the
top
top.
cut.
Aw, right on.
Thank you.
Hey, Brooke, that's what you got waiting at home too.
I can't wait. I'm going home. That's right.
That's awesome.
I got a shirt on too.
Oh yeah, Larry's got his veteran shirt on.
There you go.
Woohoo!
He's hogging the limelight here. Okay, so
I'm a ham.
yes. So we talked a little bit last week about great storage ideas on the semi truck, and I shared some photos this week in Trucker Safety Divas, and I cheated and I went on to Pinterest and got some more. But before I show those pictures, do you guys have any tips or tricks that you use in your truck that you could maybe pass on to everybody?
I'll let you go first, Angela.
The only thing that I have to add to that, besides the tackle box full of condiments, which will now be part of mine.
Right?
Yeah.
The only thing I've done curtain rod, or not curtain rod, clothes hanger, the rod that goes in your closet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Put one across the width of the truck. So that's where my clothes is, because I'm out.
Oh, nice.
We use a shower curtain rod.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm out for a long time. So I do laundry on the road. I don't, I'm not able to come home and do laundry every week. But
Right.
I carry winter clothes and summer clothes, and I carry everything. I'm by myself. I'm short, so it doesn't take up any space that I need. All the clothes are at one end of the bed.
That's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah. I will post
Yeah.
it tomorrow on my Monday. We'll take pictures of it and I'll post it so everyone can see what it actually looks like. But other than that, I don't have any fancy ideas. I mean, I'm taking the tackle box idea, so.
Right?
I know. I forgot to take a picture of it for tonight. I'm like, I meant to take a picture. Well, it's right there. We could just grab it.
What?
The tackle box.
Oh.
Can you reach
I
it?
was gonna say, my sister will tell you that I look to my sister for any organizational help at all in my life, because I have ADD to the D. It's so bad. And so I am totally looking at you guys going, oh, I need to do that. So you guys are inspiring me. I'm going to say it right now, I'm not an expert in organization.
Oh, me either. This is all trial and error and learning, and a lot of it's because I live with an OCD husband. Because no. So this is what I talked to you guys about.
I haven't alphabeticalized it yet.
No, sorry, Brooke. It's not out, and
Right?
Angela's not alphabetized. So this is my tackle box.
Yet.
No,
Not yet.
I
this is
love
my
it.
tackle box. It's like $3.50 from Walmart,
Right.
and then inside of it, I've got like
I'm
barbecue
totally
sauce.
hooking myself up.
I know.
He's over here like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, salt, pepper, ketchup, mustard, and yes, I took all these from truck stops, not gonna lie. Every time I go in there. But hey, it's that way I don't have to
So we don't have Arby's sauce, we don't have horsey sauce, or Del Taco sauce.
oh Lord, what are we gonna do?
Right?
I know. Yeah, so I need to add a few things to it. But the nice thing about it is it takes up less space in your fridge, because then you don't have to put a bottle of mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup, all that stuff in your fridge. You can just use these. They don't have to be refrigerated.
Right.
So less room in your fridge, and we all know how tiny our fridges are.
Yeah.
Ours is way too small.
Yes, it is. So the other thing we talked about was Larry's a big bungee cord person, so we use bungee cords a lot on the truck. We hang paper towels, and I've seen a lot of people in our group, they were posting pictures that they hung paper towels too. Did you want to put up the pictures of the stuff I found on Pinterest?
Oh, okay. It is where? Banners?
Brand. Sorry, he's still
I'm
learning.
a-learning.
He's learning. Okay, so there's...
So we start here.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm covering up your faces. So this was the first cool idea I saw, and they sell these little bins at Walmart, but I thought that was a great idea. You could just put it on the inside of your closet door to hold your fruit.
There's no way to not cover you guys.
No.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. I love that idea.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then this one, I think we've all got, little storage containers. I know we use that a lot. And then this one I thought was good because we've got a compartment that we put all of our Walmart bags in. But if you didn't have a compartment for it, I thought this was a cute little idea. They just use
baby
That's
wipe.
a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
And then this one just kind of showed another storage system.
I used to have those up on the bunk, but they got too hard to get to, so I took them down. And now I just use the drawers up there.
Yeah. And then this was another one where she just found the bins. And I actually saw these last week at Walmart, but they have the holes already in them, so you could put them on the inside of your closet. So, I mean, or even on the outside of your closet, which would be awesome for your produce. And then you guys have seen mine. I have these.
Right.
Yeah,
do
so
too. I have those too.
Yeah, that's a lifesaver. So all it is a plastic shoe holder. You get it from Walmart. It holds 24 pairs of shoes. And we cut ours down to size. So I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them in our truck right now. So, but yeah.
Uh-oh. What'd I do?
What'd you do?
There we go.
Now now I got everybody back. So, but yeah, I was trying to come up with some cool storage ideas, and so I went onto Pinterest because I'm always looking at how can I improve my truck.
Is that Bobby?
Right.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I forgot to show
put
these.
up her pictures.
I forgot to show these pictures. Go ahead and put them up. That is Bobby and her husband Ron. Oh, we got to talk with her, and I forgot to show her pictures. I know. Here's another one. I like that one because he's got his hat on.
I like that hat. Oh, I like that hat.
Kind of reminded me of like Crocodile Dundee.
Cool.
So we did want to mention too, before I forget, we want to mention Truckers TV because I tell you what, I've been having a blast on there. Let me just tell you, last week when we talked, I was still kind of iffy because we were new to it, but we've been on it a lot this week. And if you guys have not had a chance to be on Truckers TV yet, or check it out, it is so much fun. It is so much fun. We've been having a blast. I think we did it twice this week.
Okay, how do I go back? Okay, right here. I got it. Hey.
Hold on. Gotta lean in. There you go. There you go.
Woo!
There, Steve. How are you?
It's fine. How you doing?
Hi, Steve.
Okay, let me find my questions here. Larry's clicking on so many things I can't figure out where to go here. Okay.
What you want to do?
Click Bobby out.
How you doing, Larry?
No, click the little button, sir. Sorry, guys, we're still learning this technical difficulties. Kick
all
from the
good.
studio.
Why?
Please.
Okay.
Thank you. Because we already talked with Bobby, and now we're going to talk with Steve and Angela. And she didn't know how to get out there. So I'm sorry. We still had Bobby in the studio, and she didn't know how to close out of it. So I was trying to show me. And you know what's really sad about it is, like, when I try to get somebody to leave the studio, the only option, it doesn't say, like, you know, you're done talking to this guest. It says kick the guest out of the studio. I'm like, how rude is that?
How rude, right?
That's terrible. We are kicking you out.
How do I stop this from popping up?
Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so my question for you is, Steve and Angela, this is, by the way, let me introduce, this is Angela Clark, who is one of my administrators and one of my good friends at Truck Safety Divas, and this is her boyfriend, Steve, who we've had the pleasure of meeting, by the way. We got to have breakfast with you, so it's nice seeing you again.
I seen you too. How you doing?
Hello.
And Larry's over here on my side.
I'm always on your side.
I know. So I was going to ask, how did you guys meet? I kind of know the story because we talked about it, but nobody else does. So how did you guys meet? Give us the lowdown.
I've got an import-export company, and we do jet engines, you know, all over. And she would pick them up, bring them to Miami, and then my freight forwarding company ships them to Brazil. So I would deliver all the, you know, the airway bills and the labels. So whenever she came to the town, you know, I'd have to meet her at the airport and then label the engine and then give her the paperwork and have her go inside to be delivered. And just, you know, one time after another, we decided to go out and have a dinner date, and, you know, after that, it just...
Nice. I love that.
Yeah, okay, well, that's another one. I didn't want to put that on, but if you put that on the Facebook, it's probably bring me how to bring that pickle leche to her every time. Or I couldn't.
Right?
You two are so cute. We met Angela. We met Angela in person, and Steve. We actually
Down in Miami.
Down in Miami, we had a load in Miami, and we were gonna stay the night there at a hotel just so we could kind of check out the place. And so she let me park her truck down there at the airport. And then the next morning, we got to go have breakfast together. And that was the first time I had Cuban coffee. And I don't know if I told you guys. Holy crap! So after I left you, I went to the airport, and there was a guy there who gave me the little Cuban coffee too. So I think I had like 5 by the time I got done, and
Holy crap.
I was so caffeinated.
I was going to say, did you sleep for the next 3 days or no? No sleep.
No.
Oh, she was so wired. She was so amped.
That's
It
awesome.
was crazy.
I love Cuban coffee. That
So
was the best.
funny. That is so funny.
So I'm gonna say, so for each of you, this is gonna be a different answer. But what's the hardest part of you? What's the hardest part for you guys being apart when you guys are apart?
I guess it's just, you know, I wouldn't want to call it like lonely, but, you know, I get so used to her when she's here, and then she's got to leave. You know, we keep in touch through FaceTime, but it's like, it's not the same as having her here.
No.
And, you know, having her next to you, and, you know, and just having company all the time. because like
I would call it lonely.
and usually by myself. I do have my mom and my kids, but it's just not the same, than with her. But I think that's the worst part of it is. But what's good about it is every time she comes, it's that first time all over again. Like the first date, we start all over again. So it's just like over and over and over.
Oh, that's sweet. Angela, what's the hardest part for you being away from Steve? Because I know some of it. Go ahead.
The hardest part I think is feeling supported, I guess, because he's so far away. There's very little that he can do to, help me out because he's so far away. He can be on the other end of the phone. The out that's not going to fix what I'm dealing with. Now, he can definitely make me smile and get me out of a bad mood. But it's really hard, and and it doesn't always translate.
Oh yeah. Now, Angela, you had mentioned something last week, and we were when we were talking about the Live 360 app. But I was going to ask you, Steve, from your perspective, what is the scariest part for you? Because I'm sure it's got to be a little scary. I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, I know Angela could take care of herself out there, but she is a single lady out there as a truck driver. Do you ever have any fears or worries?
Oh, of course, because I've been doing the freight business, so I know what the trucking industry is and everything. And I always hear and see the accidents and this that happens. And with the 360, it makes me feel a little bit more confident to know where she's at. If something happens and I can't get her on the phone, at least I know, I could, call somebody and say, hey, the last time that I saw her, she was at this spot, this time and everything, and I can, try to send help. But it's just scary. It's like, I guess, like the parents when they send their children to the military, is that you're sending them out there. To me, it feels like 2,000 or more out there, because there's so many people that don't understand you as a trucker, that you're a normal person. And other people don't understand that part. They have a totally different perspective of what, you guys are. And then, you get the argument, people, don't understand who you are, and then, they go off on you. But you have a very stressful life, and I can understand. But, it's just so good that I can at least be with her, even just looking for the 360. Like I do, like you were talking earlier. I sit there and follow her. Oh, she's going up down in the hill. She's going up here. She's going down here. I go, oh, I'm going to lose service now because she's going back. But it makes me feel comfortable that at night when she parks and sleeps, I know where she's at. So
yeah.
I'm not like, oh, where is she? What's around her? I can just focus in and know what everything is around her, or wherever she's parked, the truck stop, rest area, or like you had to park last night at an off-ramp. She's done that too. But at least I know where she's at. I might not be able to get right there, like if you have an emergency, but at least I can send somebody to call.
Yeah. Brooke, did you have any questions?
Sorry, guys. It's like, I think it's my cell service on my end. It's coming in and out, and so I'm sorry. I'm not as participating as I'd like to be, but no, I think that I love their story too. And I guess my only question, and I don't know if you asked this already, and is advice for other people who are going to be in that same situation.
Well, what I would give them is, have patience, because like you were saying, sometimes, even on FaceTime, you talk to something, but she's driving or she's parked, and you get the wrong expression of what's going on. And then all of a sudden, you get into like, maybe a little spat or a little argument. But then it's just coming back and explaining everything. Hey, it's like this. So you got to have patience with the driver, because she's got other problems too, not just what she's dealing with me. She's got a million things going on around her, and she's got to pay attention to what she's doing. And then sometimes I feel like left out. But I got to understand, she's got, something more important that she's trying to, let's put it like, stay alive and keep an eye on the road, and especially with everybody around you, because you guys, you're concentrating on what you're doing, but it's the people around you that don't pay attention. And just that little person could, going off the road, getting into an accident, I would say just have the patience. Don't, go off because they didn't answer the question the way you wanted it to, or they didn't call you exactly when you wanted it, or if you say, I'll call you back at this time, if you couldn't, understand that they have other things involved that before they can call you back or talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just say, you can put that one up. I like. So we had a comment from one of her, and I wanted to mention this to you. She said, it's so nice to hear you ladies talk about truck driving. And when my dad was in a semi, now I know how he felt when he was on the road. And that's from Cindy. And Burke, you probably know Cindy from Truckers TV. She's one of our fans that listens to us. So I just wanted to mention that. I thought that was cool. And then we had another Dawn, who's also from Truckers TV. She said, it's always good to keep the communication open.
Yep.
So important.
Yes. I remember when Larry was over the road, communication was like that's like the most important thing. We were either always on the phone or we were texting, or at night when he'd shut down, we'd be doing FaceTime. He's like, thank God for technology.
Yes.
So not being able to see her and just being like, service isn't there, and we usually have to use, the regular phone. We feel we're back.
Yeah.
Zoning.
Yeah.
We're not used to it. We're like,
So I have this
doing, where she's looking at and everything, and it's weird when you have to use the regular phone. I just.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the pay phones when you had to stick the money in? Man, I'm really telling my age.
I'd like to get
What's a pay phone?
Johnny was talking about how back in the day when he had a pager, and you had to go wait in line with the pay phone. He had a calling card, and it was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I had a pager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're old.
Yep.
So I was going to ask you guys the same question that I asked Bobby. When Angela gets off the road, is there like something special that you guys look forward to doing? Like whenever, is there like a special restaurant, or do you guys have like a special thing that you guys like to do whenever she gets off the road?
Just come home. Get to be just us two. My family just to spend with her, and just you and I. And she's a great cook. So I love her. So I usually like and then we'll sit down and have together. But believe it or not, I got a great people how to cook stuff, but it just doesn't. Till she come, and then I'm like, well, I followed your instructions. Why doesn't it taste the same?
Okay, that is so cute.
That is way cute.
But it's just being together. Because like we cook together. I'll help her chop all the stuff up. Throw everything in there. But spending the time going to the beach, just hanging out at the pool together.
Way cool.
Margaritas and having our little margaritas and next to our pool and that. And
right?
But
I'm so jealous of your pool.
Me too.
If you come to Miami, please come over.
Hey, we'll be in Miami in a couple
That's
months to
right.
see you.
Right? You guys are going on a freaking cruise without me. That's right. I know. I was.
Hey, we invited you.
Come on,
totally
join
did.
us.
I know. I need and I want to. Yeah.
You'll go on the next one with us.
Definitely.
Next one is a definite for sure.
I have a feeling the next cruise we're gonna have a lot of truckers with us, and it's probably going to be
It's gonna
wild
be
and crazy cruise.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just like fill up all the boats. That's right.
Yep. And just remember. Yeah. Remember, whatever happens on the boat stays on the boat.
Stays on the boat. Exactly. I agree.
We're gonna have to talk to Dennis at Truckers TV and see if we can come up with something. We'll just do a collaboration.
We got somebody else that wants to come with us.
Yeah, I'm looking at everybody. There's like, we go. I can see all the comments coming right now.
I know Lori Underwood just posted she wants to come.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy.
Awesome.
Let's see. Oh, so what do you guys? I'll let each of you guys answer that. But what advice do you guys have? Same question I have for Bobby, pretty much. But what advice do you have, maybe for another couple out there that's in your same situation? That one of them's staying home and then the other got a trucker on the road, and you guys are in a unique situation because.
Sorry to interrupt you. Lauren had a question.
Oh, sorry, Lori.
Around, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Lauren.
Yes,
Yes.
very
All the
much.
time,
Yeah.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
of holidays, and birthdays and everything that on the
Yeah.
road, and it's just very hard. And we have spent,
Yes.
I guess Thanksgiving, Christmases, and she's been on the road, and it's just really hard because you want to be there, but you can't. But it's just part of our life, that we
Yeah.
have to understand. And I guess, like I said again, just be patient. And then, like when we miss it, when she gets here, we'll have that holiday. We'll do
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Christmas and our present exchange, and then our dinner, and get dressed up and the whole thing. It's
Christmas in January.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
right, I was gonna say, I don't know about you other ladies, but even being out on the road, I mean, just this lifestyle, we miss so many holidays, events, birthdays, all of it within the family. At
Oh,
one point or
yeah.
another. It's part
It
of the
gets-
lifestyle.
Oh, Dawn.
Dawn just commented that she's going to experience this for her first time this Christmas. She's not going to be home. It's hard. We were
hard.
lucky.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
we were lucky. Last year was our first Christmas home in almost 5 years, and I'm not going to lie. Like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's hard not to fall into a deep depression because you're not going to be there with your family.
Yeah.
It's hard. I think that's when I tried to talk to my trucker friends the most, because that seems to be the time period that a lot of truckers go through depression, and we've seen a lot of suicides during that period too.
And you have something just for that.
You just
Don't.
have to have faith. You're going to be together soon. Maybe it ain't the
Yes,
exact
yes, yes.
Christmas is, but you can have your own Christmas. When you both get together, or with your family.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we've done that.
Right.
Yeah, we've had to do that with our kids before. We'll be like, hey, we'll be home 2 weeks after Christmas, but we're going to celebrate Christmas at that point. But yeah, Larry.
We had also missed a Christmas, and we sent them all presents, and we all FaceTimed as they opened their presents.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a great idea too, to remind people that if you're going to miss that holiday with technology like it is, try to be there. With webcam, voice chat, Facebook, whatever.
Yeah.
We've had Christmas on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
And
year,
Amazon, sending them gifts by Amazon and watching them open it on Zoom.
Yeah, last year I think was the first Christmas that we were home, but we couldn't see our family due to COVID, so we didn't actually have Christmas, and that was like the worst. So I'm looking forward to this year where hopefully things are back to normal.
Right.
We can actually be next to each other.
Right.
Lori did that last Christmas, if I can find the cursor.
Sorry, I should have had my glasses on.
Oops.
Right.
Yeah, I can't.
There we go.
Lori said last Christmas James had to return to work earlier because they needed him before Black Friday. Yeah.
Right.
Well, if you work retail, you guarantee you're not going to have Black Friday off.
Right.
Oh, here's something for you.
I love the meals that you cook in the truck, Angie. Oh, thanks. I'm actually getting ready to cook when we get done here because we haven't ate yet.
Not since Leonard.
Yeah. We made
Well,
Leonard earlier.
For anybody who getting into this and start to do from their family is to make sure that you have time. That's really important.
Yes.
I'm divorced, and I've learned a lot on how to keep a relationship going that I didn't know before, and that's one of the most important things is you have to trust him, which is hard for me.
Yeah.
But I have to trust him, not only that things are going to get done or that my plants can get watered, my poor cactus over there, but that he's going to take care of things. And it's a little bit different since it's not me being the one at home, and I'm not trying to fix him. He's a lot more capable than if it was the other way around. But still, I trust he's going to take care of stuff. And so anybody who's looking to go out on the road and you're going to be away from home, you've got to trust that person. Don't come home and try to micromanage everything that they just
Right.
Okay, be okay with it, and if it's something that really needs to be fixed, then talk about it. Explain why you feel that it should be different. Because I don't want him to feel, bad that I come home and, oh, I don't like that. You got to change that. You just
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
We all have to learn, so just make time to have a discussion with each other. Make time for each other, because you can't just come home and bring your dirty laundry and say, all right, I'm leaving in 3 days. You've got to spend time.
Right.
It makes you feel good doing things. Just here and cleaning or washing or keeping everything nice and tidy and neat. So when she comes home, she doesn't have to. Now,
Right.
like some people say, oh, you got to clean the house for this. To me, it makes me feel good because she can make it and she doesn't have to do it. Just
and that's probably a weight off of your shoulders too.
And everything's already done, but it's just something that makes you feel good inside. That everything is done.
Okay, so I have the question, and you brought it up, Angela, so I'm going to delve into it because I got into it too. And I think, Brooke, you probably... So let's just delve into it.
Let's do it.
It's the jealousy issue. Because, you can't get around that factor. You have to have trust in your relationship because you're not with him 24/7. And that, I think, is the hardest part of being a trucker's wife or trucker's spouse, boyfriend, whatever, is having to have that trust that you're going to be faithful, that he's going to be faithful, and everything's going to be good. So how do you guys in your relationship balance it? Because that's hard. It's a touchy subject.
Very touchy.
Try not to think about it. I just don't really think about it. Because like when I first met her, the thing of driven with her, and then you're all mixed up. And then, and at first, okay, as soon as we hang up, it's so easy for her to get out of the truck and it's, and then she's been at the road so long, she's been years out there. She knows everybody out there.
Yeah.
At first, it was driving me crazy, but then I kind of started thinking about it, and then if you do that, if you really start thinking about it, it's going to drive you crazy. You're going to go through the thing about it. You just got to have the trust in her that nothing is happening. Because, we got the 360s and we can know exactly who each other is. Like if I went out to the bars and you know going on. But it's not going to matter. It's just, like the trust, and you can't dwell on it. If you dwell on it, you're going to drive yourself crazy. So it's going to break up your relationship. It's going to break it up because you quit. Okay, we stopped there. Who did you talk to? Who's next? Who's this?
Yep.
And it's I thought it was better. Hey, don't even think about it. Yeah, she's going to the truck stop and she's parking. Okay, she's going to sleep. I'm glad she's resting. Now she can be resting for the next day to keep going. But they didn't think about it.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest part for me because, Larry had been in the trucking industry for, 12, 13 years at that point, and then trying to get used to it. It's like, it's not easy.
Well, and I think
easy at first.
I think that it is, important. It's not just whoever's out on the road, but it is also the person at home. Both parties have to trust and understand each other. Yeah. It's not one or the other that might cheat,
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I guess I never really felt jealousy until we started dating. And what kind of person. And I don't know what I still don't know. And I told him that I've never been jealous, but all of a sudden I'm wondering where you are and what you're doing and who you're doing it with. And
yes.
And but I'm also 49 years old, so you know what? If we're not happy with each other, I really hope that we're at a point in our lives that we can sit down and say, hey, I'm not happy. There is no need to go and cause problems and hurt somebody. I just don't see that. I would rather sit down and say, you know what, I'm not happy. I got to make some changes. Either I'm not coming home, or I'll be home and we'll talk about it. But I don't want to hurt anybody. It's not worth it, we've got too much life to live, and I'm very happy, and I'm not going anywhere. And I hope he knows that.
I hope she knows that.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
Right.
hard for me because I introduced her that she would come to my office, and my whole office is all girls. And then that is also hard because I knew all them for years. I'm talking 8, 9, 10 years, all these girls, and then all of a sudden she came and started meeting them, and she saw how they treated me because we're not family. We hug each other, we give each other kisses and all this. And at first she was like, what is this? Why are you so close to her? And it really ain't that. It's just, we're close knit, like coworkers. We really, because most of our people in like our office and outside of the warehouse, we all got 10, 15, 20 years with the company. So,
Yeah.
I understand why she would get jealous, and, but like I decided to show her that it was just friendship,
I have to scroll it for a minute. I got to share with you guys.
Yep.
One more. Robert's comment. I have to share with you this comment just because I wasn't laughing at you two. I apologize. I was laughing because Larry did this off. Yeah. Robert's comment cracks me up. I hung my wife's bra on the sun visor in the truck to keep the lot lizards away, and it worked.
Right?
I was dying. I was trying so hard not to laugh when I was reading that. Oh, some of the comments tonight have been awesome. And then Arnie put, if you read the menu, that is different than taking it home to eat. So yeah, you can look, you just can't do anything beyond looking. Oh.
You can look at the menu, but eat at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and I think, too, along those lines, what I love about Johnny is that he knows, he's been out in the industry for 31 years, right? So he knows the good, the bad, the ugly, and he goes above and beyond to reassure me that he's not going anywhere and that he has no intention. And so that goes a long, long way to that trust.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, just do things at home, do things everywhere, just to reassure them that I'm not interested in anything else. Like, she tells me I'm not a normal man because instead of looking at girls walking down the sidewalk, I'm looking at 4x4 pickup trucks.
I'm only looking at Laramie.
Right?
It's like, I'm not interested,
Hey, we're
Right.
in my. Okay, the home is silicone. Okay.
Yeah, silicone.
And
Right.
you're ribbing him, going, "Hey, look at her! Look at her!" She's like, "Oh, look at that 4x4."
Okay, you got a good man.
Right?
Okay, that's funny.
Hey, look at me. I'm right here. I'm not, chopped liver. Look at
Oh my God.
That's the
This has been so much fun. Steve, I'm glad I got to see you again because it's been a while, but I can't wait until our cruise because we're having so much fun.
Here we go. Here's a question from Lauren.
Brooke, down here.
I know. We got to get Brooke down there. Lauren's got a
down
question. She said, as a driver, can a driver refuse a load if they feel unsafe? I think it's different with everybody's company.
Yes.
We can. Absolutely, we can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can too.
Yeah, I
Sure.
can. Yeah.
There's one for Johnny.
Oh, it's Frank. He said
Oh.
Johnny's a good man.
Yes, he is. He's a
Hey,
good dog.
Frank. We know who Frank is.
That's right. Frank was in NASCAR.
Yep. I know. I'm so
Yep.
jealous. I haven't been to NASCAR in a long time. I was very jealous.
Nice.
I think the last race I went to was like 8 years ago, and it was one of the Brickyard races. So yeah, I love NASCAR.
We were telling one of our fans that we want to get everybody to the same Talladega race next year. They do a spring and a
Ooh.
fall, and we got a plan, and we got to go all together.
I'm in.
A weekend at Talladega.
Let's do it. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a couple more things I want to mention before we wrap up the show. Let's see. I want to mention Truckers TV again because they have. First of all, we're new to Truckers TV. We're new to Truckers TV. We've only been doing it for a little bit. They are on Facebook, so you guys can find them, Truckers TV. But Brooke and Johnny Johnny's her husband, and then Larry and I, we go live streaming on there all the time, and so it's a lot of fun. But the cool thing about it is you get to see how truckers really live on the road. I mean, you can see the good, the bad, the ugly, and I mean, sometimes it can get hair-wringing, but it's kind of cool if you're ever interested in maybe becoming a truck driver, or you want to see how our lives are. And I want to mention one more thing, and this is kind of important, and I know you girls know about it, but I wanted to talk about Truckers Final Mile real quick. So, for those of you guys, yes, amazing. The guy who runs this is Robert. He has a board that helps him, but Robert is a truck driver, and this is his new trailer that he just had made. He had it wrapped, and on it is individual bricks. And on the bricks, you guys, for $250 donation, can have your loved one's name, their military status if they were military, and their birthday put on there if you know of a truck driver that's passed away. And for those of you who may not be familiar with Truckers Final Mile, what they do is that they try to bring home a truck driver who sadly has passed away on the road. And a lot of times when this happens or when it occurs, a lot of times the trucking companies will not pay to have that truck driver brought home to their family. So that's where Robert and Truckers Final Mile steps in. I think last year they brought home 50 truck drivers home to their homes, which is amazing. And when I did my interview with Robert, it takes them between $2,500 and $3,500 per driver. And this is a nonprofit organization. So these memorial bricks, a lot of money, and a lot of work, because I didn't realize how much it takes as far as like bureaucracy and paperwork to try to transport, and permits. Yeah, it's so expensive, and sometimes it requires an airplane trip. Sometimes it requires, a semi truck. So it's expensive, it's costly, but it's a good organization that does really good work. And so I want to make sure that we mention them. And if you guys, possibly, even if you don't want to buy the memorial bricks, because I know $250 is a lot, you guys could donate, go straight to Truckers Final Mile. Their address is truckersfinalmile.org, or you can find them on Facebook, and you can donate $1, $5, $10, whatever you donate, it helps. And just a couple days ago, they had a driver that was 33 years old that passed away over the road. Hey, boys.
So sad.
I know. He was so young. So, and we do post every time I see, sorry, my dogs are barking. Every time I do see a truck driver that's passed away and he's posted the information, I do make sure to post it in Trucker Safety Divas and Trucker Safety Info so you guys can see. And then if you want to make a donation, you can. So, trying to think, I don't think I have anything else to mention. We don't know exactly what we're doing next week, but we got an idea of what we're doing for a show, so we'll let you guys know probably Monday once we work out the kinks. Did you guys have anything you wanted to mention?
I don't think so. I'm good.
Oh, well, Brooke, before I forget, mention your keep it the picture.
What picture? Which one?
Oh, sorry.
Scroll up. Other way.
Oh, I got it. I know which one you're talking about. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So tell everybody about your Livin' Lovin' Trucking, and then tell everybody about Old Scared Grires. I can't speak.
Right. Yeah, it's all good. I know what you're saying. All right, so Livin' Lovin' Trucking is basically our public profile, life on the road. So everything we're involved in, Trucker Safety Diva, Truckers TV, everything will be highlighted on that page. All the organizations that we support, all of the different networking that we're doing will be on Livin' Lovin' Truckin' on Facebook, the public profile. And then Old School Gear Grinders is a private group, and it's private for a reason. It's truckers, their families, past, present, and future. That's it. That's all. And it's where we come together and we network and just share information relating to the industry.
Yep, and Larry and I are in that group too.
It is awesome.
Yep.
It's a great group.
Those ends. We need to put Steve in there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And his families too. I mean, we've got our kids in there, so yeah.
He's not even on Facebook. What's he talking about?
Right?
I know. I was trying to find them.
That's funny.
Knows where I am now.
I wanted to mention too, Larry and I have our own page also. It's called Married to the Road, the number 2. You can find us on Facebook. We try to post pictures of our dogs and our life out on the road. So, you can always follow us on there too. So that's our page. But I want to thank you, ladies, for being with us. I think this has been so much fun, and I know we got a really awesome show planned for next week, and we're working on some really cool ideas for other guests coming up and other shows coming up. So, and if you guys, our audience, have ideas or suggestions, let us know because that helps us out.
Yeah. Show
Yep.
topic, anything that you want us to talk about, anybody you think that should be highlighted, let us know.
Let us
Yes.
know.
And no topic is off limits because we want this to
No
be
topic.
an honest.
It's going to be open
no topic.
forum.
Yep.
That's right.
Even the dreaded sex word. We can.
No.
Yes.
I don't know if it's dreaded. Is it dreaded?
Fun stuff.
I don't know. It will be coming in a future episode, I promise you. We're going to talk about it.
That's right.
All right.
Boys and their toys.
Lord help me.
Go there.
No, we're not going there. We're not going to go that bad.
Oh my god.
Hold on, we got a few more comments here.
Kate comments.
I don't want to miss anybody's comments. Let's scroll down. All the new ones are down.
No, they're up here. Let's see.
Honey, look at
This
the
is-
timeline. 809 is down. Let's see, 810.
I didn't post it. What is that?
I know, these are the new ones. That's why I wanted you to put them up.
This is a book.
Oh,
This is a book.
yeah, that one is a long one. Okay.
Here we go. I like this one.
There you go.
Great job. Thanks.
Great
Mary.
job, lady. Okay, and Arnie had a good one too. He said that's another hard subject. Kids and truckers, that's a hard one too, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, remember the children wall of littleheroes.com? That was from Robert.
I think Larry pushed the mute button.
I was gonna say I can't hear you.
Nope. There. Nope. Nope, we can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear Angie.
Brooke, yeah. It's Larry's fault. I love it.
We get to blame Larry. I love
Yes.
it.
Yes, he can't do anything about it.
That's the best ever.
She's going crazy.
We should have hired him to do this for free a long time ago.
Exactly. You totally could have hired him for free.
Right? Poor guy.
Wait till he watches this back. He's like, oh,
You're right. He's gonna be like, "That's it. That's it. I quit." Look at her. Oh gosh.
I love it. All right.
I love it.
Get on trucking safety divas, excuse me, and thank you so much for a great show, girls.
Love it.
Yeah, all right, you both be safe. I love you both.
Love you all. Have a great night, guys.
Broadcast.